Should I press record?
Yeah, press record.
Recording.
And I'm going to press record. Let it record for a second.
Yeah. I mean,
Just let it go for a second.
Yeah, look.
Like this.
Yeah, it's good. All
Great.
right, Marcus.
Or two. I'll put it up over here.
And then I'll go
Three.
on this one next.
Here you go.
Four. And then I'll go on this one.
We're live with nobody on this bitch.
Super live.
Okay, because look, it'll come down to right here and it'll stay. Just be careful. Okay?
What if
What if what?
you had the
We're live.
droid?
We're live.
Oh,
Okay.
The droid take an angle. Whatever.
The droid to the what?
Like have the droid and a droid could like take stuff over
Like,
us?
you mean the drone?
The drone, I mean.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
So I fly my drone in the house?
Well, what can it?
I mean, yeah, I could do it, but it's just going to be like all over the freaking place.
I bet no one else has done that though.
I mean, no, because it's stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Pretty dumb.
welcome to the Ear Me Out podcast. I'm your host, Roderic Grant. We're here to talk about this guy over here, Grant Cardone, the sales guru. He's giving about, what, $100,000, $1 million? Is it Marcus? You can talk from over there.
Yep, $1 million.
$1 million
By the end of the year.
By the end of this year. So I guess this is a little competition he has going on, and it's kind of ironic that he's having a little bit of a competition because the dude says he doesn't believe in competition. So I went online and I went on some videos and I saw some people posting, you know, the little rinky-dink, hey, Grant Cardone, give me $100,000.
Whack.
Listen, you guys read the book. Hold this up, Messer. 10x. The 10x rule. So when you had your idea to use your cell phone in portrait mode, you should have 10x that idea. You should have done some research. And what did I do? We got a podcast going on. And it's going to be about 6 episodes of this podcast coming out, all on this one man, Grant Cardone. He gave us a couple titles, and the one title that we're going to be using is what, Marcus?
Is Grant Cardone the real deal or a scam?
Is Grant Cardone the real deal or a scam? So you guys hear about me a lot. I mean, I do stuff in business. I love business tycoons. I love monopolies, duopolies. I love the science behind it. I even love the business of sports. And we'll talk about that in a second. But Messer, I know you did some research on this guy. I want to know what you think about it.
Yeah, so basically Grant Cardone is supposed to be, you know, this self-made dude. Basically,
You said it with a little twang in your voice. Said Grant Cardone.
I know, that's how he says it.
That's how he says it.
No, yeah,
Grant
seriously.
Cardone.
So he's from North Carolina.
Okay, okay.
He went into drug rehab when he was 25.
Damn, okay.
So got clean, I guess, and then went into sales a few years after that, and kind of, I guess, became kind of this guru,
Right.
for sales and, you know, marketing and business and all that sort of stuff. And
Right.
currently he owns 4 companies. They do about $100 million a year in sales.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, his last interview with Ty Lopez, I think he was doing like $200K a day or something like that. Something crazy.
yeah,
I haven't even done $200K a day in my dreams. Like that's
right,
not even something I could fathom. I mean, I'd want to, but my dreams can't even scale that.
right.
Like if my dreams try to scale that, it might end up being a nightmare, and I end up falling down in an elevator or something like that. You ever have those dreams? Those elevators, something.
Where you like keep falling?
Yeah, you keep falling.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
falling, and then you wake up and you piss all over yourself, and it's just embarrassing.
Oh, I don't have that.
Like, you never had that? You didn't? You guys never pissed yourself? No.
No.
You're lying. You're lying. It's because we're live. Not here live.
Yeah, right.
All right, Crenshaw, what do you know about this? Or did you just come here to just be on the fucking podcast?
Just came here to join in.
You
the fun.
suck. Damn it, Bob. All right, well, do you even know who Grant Cardone is? I mean, you actually have one of his books. You actually have a lot of books. You don't read them. No, you stack them up to make it look sexy, but you don't read them. Well, I know. We called you out last time. But, yeah, Crenshaw, listen, you're a pretty smart guy. By the way, his name is Timothy Brian, or is it Brian Timothy Crenshaw? Brian Timothy Crenshaw. We call him the most dangerous man in the room because he's the whitest guy in the room with the hardest name, Crenshaw. And we all know Crenshaw, any place that is Crenshaw, there's never anything good happening there. Hopefully he can change her mind about that. But what do you know about Grant Cardone? Do you think he's a scam?
No.
Why?
I mean, because I just think he's a genius. I mean, he's a complete animal in business and life. He goes hard with everything he does. I mean, the guy's almost, 60 years old? And
He's at least.
he's still going
Getting close.
He's getting
50,
close.
60,
You
somewhere.
hear that, Grant? You're getting close. You better hit those goals, baby. Because the only thing that's going to keep you up is that little blue pill.
Oh, damn.
Let's go. So,
All right, man.
why do you look up to him, Grimshaw?
Like I said, I mean, he has probably the strongest work ethic in the country right now. He
Right.
works harder than everyone. His book 10X, he goes harder than everyone.
And we were talking about that earlier about his work ethic. I'm like, he's pushing 60. He's not even dyeing his hair. It's great. He's got that salt and pepper. I mean, the girls are into that now. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait to get my little gray
Daddy
going
issues.
on. You know, the girls with the daddy issues. Yeah, but that's why I need that salt and pepper. Man. I'm about to go and dye my hair gray. Let's do this, Grant. We could be twins, but I don't think it's a scam. I think people think he's a scam because they can't fathom how he accumulated his wealth.
Mm-hmm.
But if any idiot can go online and just spend 1 hour and research, they can figure it out. The guy is pushing 60 and he's still working his ass off. Non-stop. Like, I would be like, yo, my goal is I wanted to have the option of retiring by 37. This guy's still going. Billionaire status, and keep it. What drives you at that point to keep going? You won. Now I understand what people say to me when they see me in the gym and they look at me and like, Rod, why are you still here? You beat the game. You could bench all that weight, you could squat all that weight, you could curl all that weight. You get the girls, you get everything, man. You won. Leave the gym, leave some of the weights to us mortals. I feel like this guy has bought out every damn apartment complex there is in the United States. But it motivates me, especially when I read that book 10X. I feel I talked to you about 10X a little bit. What do you think that means to you, though?
I think 10X is just taking it to the next level. So anything that you do, just not being, being average or mediocre with it. You just gotta, think 10 times bigger in every single thing that you do in life. So I think that's the big rule for anything we have.
Right. So let's talk about the scary word, the S word, and it's not sex. Because that's not scary for anyone. I mean, look at the population control. There isn't any. The S word is sales. Now, Grant Cardone is known to be the sales guru, the sales master. Master, I know you've also been reading some sales books. We'll talk about that in a second. But at the same time, his forte is real estate.
Yeah.
It's just all about real estate. That's where his strength lies. So if his strength is real estate, and we think this guy is amazing at sales, then he must be crazy good at real estate. But where does sales start? Because I don't know, where does sales start in our lives? When do we start learning to sell? And when do we start being afraid to sell?
Mm-hmm.
That's a question for you guys.
I was just gonna say, is there more following?
I know. I want to know.
I'm waiting for somebody.
When do we first start to learn sales in life? At what age? Or what social institution? And then when do we start to be afraid of sales?
Yeah, really, probably as soon as we start talking, honestly. Mm-hmm. Because basically, hey, Mommy, I want a piece of freaking candy. Give me. And here, I promise, if you give me a piece of candy now, I'll still eat my dinner later. Right? That's sales.
Right.
That's sales, man.
Mom says no.
Yeah, Mom says no.
Why? Deeper questioning.
Exactly. Find that objection.
Why?
Right? It's I understand, Mommy, but overcoming that objection, feel found.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So.
And when do we become afraid of sales? When does that happen? You got an answer, Joe? You got an answer? When do we?
Let him finish this.
No.
Hey, fill in. What do you?
Go.
I would just take over the whole show. All right. So.
First of all, you want to learn how to take over that microphone. Every time I talk about this mic.
Danger. I just want it all like I'm about to eat the mic.
Finish.
We become scared of sales when we kind of hit our adolescence and we really care what people really think of us. Mm-hmm. So, when you gotta start selling the candy bars and all that stuff in school. Right. If you guys had to do that, I went to Catholic school, so that's better. All right. You can hear me really good now?
Yeah.
All right. So, when you're doing the candy sales, I feel like we care what people start to think. When we're like little kids, we're not as, we don't really care about what other people think of us, and that's why you see little kids and they're just completely honest.
Right.
Like the most honest people in life are little kids
and
old people.
Oh yeah.
They don't give a damn at all about what you think.
That's true.
They're just gonna tell it like it is. So then over time,
why that guy looks so weird.
Over time when we become older and we hit like adolescence and all that stuff, then we start paying attention to what society tells us. We start paying attention to what we see on the movies and the TV screens and stuff like that. Like, I don't know if you guys ever saw, like, you guys ever watched those teen movies in the 90s? She's All That.
Phil, that's what you were watching 2 nights ago.
Yeah, I mean, I watch those constantly. I mean, shout out.
Okay.
You know,
Shout
movies,
out.
good movies, good
Shout
movies.
out.
Boom, She's All That. Plug. So you know how we see like teenage movies. How many of us ever thought like these kids, these dudes or girls in these movies look way older and bigger than me? Like I'm young looking and small. So then we start caring and we're like, oh, I don't look like this, or So we just start, judging ourselves based off of what we see, and then that's kind of where we start get that negative connotation of rejection. Rejection comes with sales, so then rejection, leads us to be scared of sales and negative connotations of the used car salesman.
Right.
The
used car salesman. Watch out. He's gonna
shark.
He's gonna say some floor mats.
Right.
I mean, I think it actually starts when we're very young. We learn about sales and we learn to be afraid of sales. And I don't think they show Bugs Bunny that much. Do they still show that on what channel do they have?
Boomerang.
Boomerang.
Okay.
Best channel.
Someone got excited.
TV.
Someone got excited about Boomerang. But let me finish this point real quick. Do you remember in the cartoons when you see that salesman, right? They're walking door to door and they knock on the door and the person opens the door and then they slam it. And they slam the door so hard that the salesman goes into a seizure and his hat freaking bounces off and then he's depressed and then a low storm cloud comes out and starts raining on him. That's when they taught you as a little kid that you're gonna be fucked if you do sales. Go do something safe. Go be a doctor. Go be a lawyer. Go be an accountant. Go do all this safe stuff. And that's one thing Grant Cardone even talks about. Is like this whole fallacy of safety. Like, what the fuck is safety anyway? People come into my job and they're asking me for, hey, I want this position, but I'm looking for stability. Well, the question is, are you stable? The question is, are you someone that I can count on, right? I'm looking for upward mobility. Okay, but are you the type of person that's looking to grow every single day? I think instead of everyone pointing a finger at themselves, they're always looking to do this. They're always looking for a handout. And in this book, the 10x rule, it's just saying you gotta go crazy. You gotta 10x it. Whatever your plan was, go 10 times the amount. I mean, the guy's not a scam, and I feel like people think it's a scam because once they try to attempt to do what he does, which is cool, right? They find out something cool doesn't happen, meaning you have to work hard. And once they see that hard work, guess what they do? They shy away from it. They go away from it and say, oh, this is a scam. What? We have to go door to door? It's a scam. What? We need to stand inside Walmart and sell? That's a scam. What? We have to go business to business and get rejected? That's a scam. No, the only scam was the lie that you guys were telling yourself this whole time. This whole time when you were looking for a job. This whole time when mom and daddy said you could be whatever you want to be. But really they should have told you, no, you can't because you can't get over yourself. And these books here help you get over yourself. Do we have to be obsessed to be average?
No, I don't have that one with me.
Yeah, that one is amazing. Obsession. No, I'm not motivated. I'm obsessed. You ever see those dudes, those creepy dudes that are obsessed with girls? They'll follow them home, sneak into their house, grab their panties, sniff them. Those weird dudes, So don't worry, we got you help for that. It's good. Good now.
You don't do that anymore.
Right, you don't do that anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
But that's an obsession, and the reason why is when you're obsessed with something, you don't really care about the obstacles, right? Crenshaw, what's something that you're obsessed with? I know you just recently found females, but I mean, apart from that,
Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yes.
Ooh, good.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, true.
Dragon Ball Z. You will stop everything. You will stop everything to watch Dragon Ball Z.
Probably.
Right? I mean, we were both going to the gym the other day, and Dragon Ball Z came on, and you were watching it. I called Marcus. I said, hey, I need at least 15 minutes. I also wanted to watch Dragon Ball Z. Master, what are you obsessed with? I mean, you came from a different social institution. You came from the military. I don't know if you guys become obsessed or they just beat you with bricks and then you understand.
Yeah, they just kind of beat you over the head, pretty much.
Yeah,
but,
enough times. Right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. But no, I mean, really for me, my obsession is just what's the next step? What's the next step? What's the next step? Where do I go from here? Right. I'm always I'm planning everything.
So you're obsessed with yourself? You're obsessed with your growth? What is it that you're obsessed with?
Just yeah, I mean the plan. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
what's the plan?
Right. What's the plan? What's going on? So you just
Right.
of the future.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm obsessed with the perfect life. I mean, I work out because I want to be the ultimate person. I want to be healthy. I want to have a healthy wife, healthy life. I want like 3 kids minimum. Shit, give me 10. I talk about it. Give me 10 kids. Can you handle that? I don't know. We might need a stunt double.
So like,
Right.
at one time.
Yeah, 5 at one time, right? But Marcus, so what are some things you like about Grant Cardone? I mean, why do you think people think he's a scam?
I think the only reason people think he's a scam is because they gave up on their dreams and they see that he came from nothing because he was broke and in debt at 25.
Right.
And they're like, well, he had to have done something wrong to get to where he's at.
Right. He had to fuck someone over.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He had to be working with the Illuminati or the mafia. He had to sell someone's soul.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Crenshaw basically gave his soul away to me, but and it's on paper, guys. I'll show it to you.
You didn't really get nothing from it then.
No, but I have a soul, and if they need a soul, I can lend them Crenshaw's soul. It's not doesn't really weigh much. But yeah, like whenever people can't do something someone else can do, they go and make up this bullshit. Like, oh, it's because they had everything going for them. Oh, it's because that black guy is fast because they're born with 3 extra tendons in their ankles. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, someone told me this. I'm like, really? I went home to my dad. I'm like, Dad, do I have these extra tendons somewhere? He smacked me across the face. You crazy? I don't understand. People work hard. Like, it takes hard work to get to where, like, to write a book. This, you know what? This probably didn't even take it. This probably wasn't even hard for him to write this book. And one thing I like that he says is, someone was like, hey, you have so many errors in your books. Like, you have misspelled words and you can't write the sentences correctly. And he's like, listen, it's not the best written book, it's the best selling book. I sell shit. And I think at some point in time, people are afraid to just say they're in sales. Like I came from door-to-door sales, you came from door-to-door sales, you came from door-to-door sales. You guys came into the retail sector, okay? So you guys were the indoor cats, we're the outdoor cats. When we came inside, they took our claws away and then we're all confused, we don't know what to do. But in door-to-door sales, man, you go to a bar, you go pick up a chick, and then she's asking you, hey, what do you do? How are you paying for this? And then one person will be like, well, we do some market research with some top clients, and we just make sure that we hold them accountable to the production value of whatever XYZ equals over 2 and 3. And then me, I'm just like, I knock on doors. People open them, then I make them like me, and then they buy from me. That's it. But no one can do that. There's only 3 ways to be successful in this world, right? What's the first one, Messer?
Do something somebody else can't do.
All right, do something someone else can't do. LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods. What's the next one? Crenshaw.
Be born into it.
Be born into it. Trust fund baby. Getting all that money, that moolah. You don't use Pampers. You use dollars. You wipe your ass with dollars. Right? And then what's the last one, Phil?
Do something other people don't want to do.
Do something other people don't want to do. Nobody wants to do sales. No one wakes up in the morning and says, "Ooh, I feel good today. I want to, that education, that master's program, I don't want to do that. I want to go and do sales. I want to go door to door where people can rob me at gunpoint. I want to go door to door where I can see old men shit their pants. I want to go door to door where these dogs can come and bite me in the ass." Right? But if you get over all that stuff, guess what happens? You learn something. And when you learn something, you increase your value. And when you increase your value, you're worth something to the marketplace. And that's when you start making money. These books help you make money. I never even advertise these books online or on my podcast or anything like that. But when we do have our sales meetings, don't I always tell you what books to read? And these are the books I tell you to read because it's freaking genius. It's real. It's not some stupid scientific bullshit. Like, there's no equation. It's just real, down to earth, how to treat people, how to get your way, and that's it. So if you want to find out if someone's a scam, please go through all these pages and then read it backwards and then tell me if the person is a scam. I feel like I'm his goddamn lawyer.
Pretty much.
feel like I'm his lawyer. I dressed up for this and everything. His lawyer. I changed twice.
I mean, I think that, of course, I don't think he's a scam. I think he's like a, really like a genius and everything like that. And what he's doing, I think the reason why people think he's a scam is because sometimes you could think you're a scam based off of your association, right? I'm pretty sure some of the people he associates with can be kind of a little different, not...
Ty Lopez?
Ty Lopez, yep. And Scientology, I said it.
Damn.
I mean, that's one of the most controversial religions, and if you associate with someone that's the head of that, then people are going to have questions about you and anything that you do. So it's almost like a thing of like, as you get more, riches and you get more, more power and stuff like that, who you associate is going to be kind of, people are going to associate you with how they are. And that's just a big topic as well. And then I think also people think people are scams because of the fact that if somebody hasn't made someone on the same level as them yet.
Right, they look like an alien.
Yeah, like, oh, you're good, but have you really taught someone else to be as good as you or better than you?
Right.
So someone could be like, that's a scam because you taught people to be okay, but
it's not replicable.
Yeah, you are you. Himself. You have this special magic fairy dust that makes you you, but you can't make that fairy dust for anybody else. So I think that's why people would think it's a scam and that he's doing something different is because of those two main things, and those are the hot topics.
And I think I want to follow up on that. Being able to replace yourself is definitely very important. Having talents and gifts, you cannot teach talent. They always say this. I start to go against it. I'm like, listen, I can teach someone to be funny. I can teach someone how to flirt. I can get it in a system that they can do, a simple system, and that's what he's done. But the thing is, how long has this guy had to bake in the oven? He has all the right ingredients. How long has he been baking in the oven? The guy is about to be 60 years old. Right? He was addicted to drugs. He came from humble beginnings. His mom wasn't about making money. His mom was about saving money and guarding it. Right? His dad passed away while he was very young. So no one could say he had a silver spoon in his mouth. No one could say any of this stuff. He did his up and down. He went through a roller coaster and he came out. He crashed and burned and rose from the ashes like a phoenix. Like, that's what he did. And then so he creates this company and he gets these motivated young individuals behind him. If you go and look at some of the people he has working with him, they are hustlers, man. This guy works he has a podcast or something every day.
Like hustler in a good way.
Young hustlers, right? That's what it's called. It's called Young Hustlers. And not only that, he's adding value in different ways. He has a marriage one where about relationships, where him and his wife are on there. Then he has something about real estate. Like, the guy is on everything. And one thing I do commend him about with this challenge, he's given out $1 million. And I said, this is fucking genius. And it's genius because Grant Cardone is not a fucking genius. He's a normal person. He just works so damn hard. He's seen almost everything. So you can't hit him with a right hook, a left hook. You can't hit him with a jab, an uppercut, a liver blow. You can't hit him with any of that stuff because he's already been punched with all these punches. So to us, he looks like a crazy magician because he sees it coming, he dodges it before it even happens. But the guy's a genius because he's going to spend $1 million. And if he gets 1 million people, fuck it. If he gets 500,000 people to get online and do something like this, that's going to benefit him. How much did he spend per person? Obviously, math isn't his strong suit. $2 a person. Yeah. Thank you, Matt. Thank you. Phone a friend here, okay? $2. If 1 million people do this, how many people will he have? That's right, $1, right? Now, I looked at his following on YouTube. It's about like 426,000, 400-something thousand. It's gone up. I remember when it was around like high 200s and high 300s. It's going up, and I think it's going up a lot now because he's giving more. And a lot of people are turned off to the sales stuff. He's a very like harsh, abrasive person, and I love that because that's how I am. Like, I'll say what the fuck I want to say. I'm not gonna censor myself. You know? Yeah, like, you stink like poop. I'm not gonna put a bow tie around you, pat you on the butt, and like your mommy does, and says, "Hey, everything's gonna be okay." No, you stink like poop, dude. You're cute as shit now with a bow on, but you still smell like shit. And that's what he'll tell you. People can't handle the truth. They can't handle it so raw. They need it to go through a filter and then come out. And then, so it's easy for them to, you can't talk to me like that. No, well, he's talking to everybody like that. And then, like as Mike Tyson says, the famous Mike Tyson says, if you don't like what I'm saying, or you don't like what I'm saying, then change your station. You can't really change your station, but the whole station, but change your station. I like Grant Cardone because he's just raw. And people can't understand that. But if they could get past that, that'd be great. And this challenge, oh man, he's going to get so much. He's going to get so much. He's going to rise. And the thing is, he's giving. And then people are going to be taking. His view count's going to go up. His subscriber base is going to go up. And his money-making power is going to go up. Because at that point, when you're making all that money, it's not even about making money anymore. It's about it's like about legacy. It's about personhood. It's about what have you left behind? What are you going to be known for? And so for anyone that, before you say it's a scam, hit up the guy and say, hey, are you a scam? And let me know why you are or not. Because I had people come and work for me and say, oh, this is a scam. Yeah, the scam is you're going to work hard. Whenever I have new hires, what do I tell them, Crenshaw? What do I tell them?
You're going to work hard.
You're going to work hard here. You're going to work harder than you ever worked before. The first 2 weeks, your feet are going to feel like they're going to fall off. If you can survive the first 2 weeks, guess what's going to happen? Then you're going to learn how to make some real money here. Because first I have to condition your body. Right? I'm going to condition your mind, but first I got to condition your body. Then I'm going to condition your mind. And then we're going to go and make some fucking money here. But if you can't get past the body parts, the aches, the pains, you're not going to make it. Because you don't really want to make it. You like the idea of it. Are we good on the Facebook? I mean, on the YouTube? Mm-hmm. We're good on that? What do you want to say?
I don't want to take over.
Take over, bro. What do you want to take over? I want to take the fuck over, man. Try to take over.
I don't try. I just do. No, so, another reason why I think most people, I like to get like...
But yeah, we're talking about cocaine. That's not just the 80s. That's every goddamn year.
Go.
Is that a song? What song is that?
I'm in love with Taco.
Sorry.
His line of like his business and stuff like that seems more in line with like the 80s, like Reagan.
Tony Montana.
Yeah, Scarface. Excess. Like I just watched a video of him and he was like him showing his penthouse that he was thinking about getting in the shower and the pool and how much money it was and the marble floors and everything like that. And it cost $25 million, but he's going to try to get it for even cheaper than that if his wife likes it. But nowadays, like especially with the younger generation and stuff like that, they care about money. But as we always say, like I think they did like a poll, like money was the third like important thing to people nowadays. And nowadays people also want to feel like people are giving back to a foundation, to a cause, right? So like Tom's shoes, you buy a pair of Tom's shoes and they give it back to a kid in Africa, or Starbucks, they have a cause or they have some main cause. And I mean, not saying that he doesn't give back, but I feel like a lot of things that he focuses on, of course, is business, but we don't get to see the good, like the giving back to like, different
philanthropy.
Philanthropy. Yeah. He's not a philanthropist. He's not known as a philanthropist. And I think nowadays people really want to look up and idolize philanthropists as well as like business people,
Yeah, and I call them the nerds. I call them the nerds of these days. You can make a lot of money, but what are you doing with that money? Mm-hmm. Who are you helping with that money? Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to get into something that is attached to a good cause. That's attached to something greater than them. So what is he doing? I don't know. Maybe he has a plan. But I think if he wants to attract those new people, like you said, he needs to actually start to put his money into other things. You know what? I fucking hate telling people how to put their money into stuff because it's their money. Mm-hmm. Do whatever you want. Do you want to give it to no one? Then give it to no one. Who am I to say? Maybe I just don't know who he gives back to. Maybe he's the type of person that gives back and he doesn't need to fucking talk about it.
Right.
But because he doesn't talk about it, people doesn't think he is about it. So if he wants to attract those people, then he has to talk. I guess you have to brag on your own dick a little bit.
Well, the crazy thing is that he does, right? Like in his books and stuff, like he talks about like all the stuff he does for charity and stuff. And the other thing is like, money's not the only way you can give back. Right. There's your time, your energy and stuff. Like he says, he goes and fundraises like personally. Right. Like
don't let my chapstick distract you. Keep going.
Like the sales guru. He's personally going out there and like doing fundraising and raising money for all these different causes and stuff. right? So just because he's not necessarily giving money either, it doesn't mean that he's not doing like 100 times more good than anybody else.
I want to add something on good, right? We give money to kids in Africa for clothes. That's good. That sounds good, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're part of something called Operation Smile. We help out kids with cleft lip palate, and it's a simple surgery, and it's able to change a kid's life. You don't have to be an outcast. But what about giving back in this sense? The fact that you created jobs, the fact that you helped change a life, you just changed somebody's family tree. The fact that you took people under your wing and you coached them and you developed them to be something that they never thought that they could be. And because of that, they can change the lives of their parents, their mom, their dad. They can increase the life expectancy of the loved ones around them. Isn't that giving back in some sense? Mm-hmm. He does all these videos. This is giving back. But because we're not in Africa, because we're not in, I don't even know what other place. I just always go to Africa because that's poor. I mean, fuck you. I mean, whenever someone thinks poor, name the poorest place in the whole world, they've been in Africa. Right?
It is actually.
It is, yeah.
Somalia.
Oh, Somalia. Yeah, so that's what happened. That's what happened. Yeah, see, look at them, right? Damn. Google it. But that's my form of giving back. I don't like handing money to the Red Cross. Who the fuck knows what they're doing with that? I don't like handing money to, I would rather fly my ass there, get the clothes myself, give it to them, and I'm going to teach these little kids, these little Somalian kids, how to sell. I'm going to teach them how to sell their way out of that situation. But you know what? You can't teach a hungry person how to sell. I'm just really talking literally. You can't teach someone that's hungry how to sell. You might need to feed them a little bit so they can focus on the lesson, so they have the energy to go put those attributes into effect, and then they can learn how to sell. But that's his way of giving back.
System.
Grant Cardone, I'm telling you this right now. That 100K is ours. That 100K will go to some philanthropy. Will all of it go? No.
What percentage?
10. 10%. But that 10% is going to be from my hand, going there and saying, this is what's going on. This is how I want to see it happening. Let's go. We can put it into Operation Smile. That's really cool. I really do like that.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of sales, looks is everything. It's part of it. First impressions, right? Mm-hmm. So why don't we give other kids that will not have a good first impression, a decent first impression? I think that's really cool. Yeah. Barbara, Majeski, and everyone to talk about it with our company. I think it's really rad that they could do that. But Cranshaw, you've been really silent. I know you're in awe of this whole conversation. What do you feel, bro? We didn't just bring you on here because you're white.
We gotta
look at that. Look at the way they black, white. That's cute.
Exactly.
That's cute. Did we plan this?
It's pattern.
Someone is gonna be on there. Some smart ass is gonna be. Why are the white guys sitting up higher than the black guys? That's because the microphones are right here. What's that?
No, I'm just focused.
I'm just waiting for Crenshaw.
Oh yeah, Crenshaw. We want your opinion.
Yeah. What's your opinion, man?
Which part?
On everything. On all this. On sales and business.
Any day now.
I need to know part. Which part?
All of them.
I thought someone walked into my house.
Business.
Marcus, can you close the door for me over here? Thank you. Well, let's take it off of him because he doesn't know anything he's saying right now. He's going to come right back over here. But, so Crenshaw, you started in business how long ago?
Working, getting a paycheck, or
I don't know what kind of paycheck you'd be working for. Of course, getting a paycheck.
I guess when I'm 18.
18? No, I mean in business with us. Sorry about that. I meant real life.
Here.
Yeah.
A year ago.
A year ago.
A year and a half.
Okay. What do you think has held you back in business from being the best?
Myself.
Yourself. Wow. Now, you saying yourself right now, is that something they teach you early on in life, to blame yourself, to have accountability, or to point a finger at the man?
I believe the way we're brought up is it's always everyone else's fault.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it was just being around the right people. So
right.
My grandfather told me early on it's always my fault because he was in sales, business, everything.
Right.
And then being coached by you two.
Right. How is it that people in sales learn accountability so fast. But people and everything else, they don't. It's the economy. It's Grant Cardone. He's not motivating us enough. So we can't go and reach our dreams. You know what's funny? You know what motivated me to stick sales out? Is my dad. My dad used to go door knocking and preaching the gospel, right? You know how hard it is to sell Jesus? Jesus is fucking free. And a lot of people aren't buying it. And my dad would go, and I'd go with him, going door knocking, and I was afraid. Like, I was like, to open the door, and then something happens, and then my dad's talking to him, and all of a sudden we're going inside the house. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And then I knew this door-to-door thing was real. And then he goes in there, and then they end up, they're crying and stuff like that, and I see them at church the next day, and then they're right there. I'm like, what just happened? Now, I always wanted to be like my dad when I was younger. Like, he's a great speaker, great motivator. Obviously, he could go and sell Jesus to people. That's very hard to do. I was selling home phone, internet, and TV, stuff that people need to connect with the devil. You know, he's going there selling the opposite. You know, and he had no excuses. Whenever the door slammed in his face, if that happened, guess what? My dad didn't even dwell on it. Like, I'm thinking about all the stuff that I'm teaching you guys right now. It's the same stuff I watched my dad do when I was like 6 or 7 years old. And if you guys don't believe in Jesus, I don't know, you could go sell something else. Am I touching your leg a lot, Master?
A little bit.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right. It's hot. It's cool. But like my dad, he works 80 hours a week. He worked 80 hours a week. What the hell do I have to complain about? That's why us millennials, the new millennials and the old millennials, that's why we get a bad rap. Because we need everything to be fucking perfect. We need everything to be cool. And, oh, it's not cool to do this, or it's not cool to do that. I'm going to wait for the perfect opportunity. I'm going to wait for the perfect job. Listen, there's no perfect job when you're broke as shit. There's no perfect job when you can't even take your girl out to go and eat something from McDonald's. There's no perfect job when you're going out there and making it happen every single day and working whatever shit it is there, digging holes, scooping poop, walking dogs, babysitting some kids from the damn devil, and saving your money and learning and learning and learning until you outgrow the person that's teaching you and go and learn some more from the next person. Find your Obi-Wan Kenobi, find your goddamn Yoda, and make that shit happen. Become a damn Jedi, become a Sith Lord. I don't care what you want to be, but just fucking move forward and get off your ass. There's people out there that can train you, and they don't even charge you anything because they're on fucking YouTube. This book, you could download it for free. You could go on some torrent site. If you're really broke, download it for free. I don't know if I'm going to get arrested for this, but I owned the book. I downloaded it legally, right? Go online, download it for free from someone, or steal it from your friend. Apply this to your life. Make it happen. Make some money. Buy your friend 10 books and apologize for stealing from him. Send Grant Cardone some money for downloading the book online for free. I don't know, but go make it happen. You know what? If he really feels like you need to go get it for free, I'm pretty sure he won't mind. I'm pretty sure he won't mind. Yeah, you know how much money did he make off these books? I don't fucking even know. Probably not a lot. Not as much as he's made off real estate. But this is him giving back. This has got his name out there. So yeah, go download the book.
Yeah.
Follow the link in the description below. It's going to link you to where you can download the book illegally. I'm joking. No, it's not going to be there. Not going to be there at all, for sure.
Man,
but,
you're going to get us kicked off YouTube. And
yeah, I know. I know on the stream, everybody was like, Rod, Phil, blah, blah. Did anybody have any questions on there? Did anyone have any? If you guys have any questions, let us know. We'll answer right now on this.
Yeah.
But Marcus, I know you read this stuff. I mean, me and you were chatting about it when you were in your trucking business. Mm-hmm. You used to work for me, and then you didn't work for me again. And then you used to work for me again. Then you didn't work for me again.
Yeah.
Then you worked for me again. How many times have you worked for me?
4.
4 times?
Yeah.
4 times the charm, right?
Yep.
But every time you come back stronger.
Mm-hmm.
But you had to go and do some trucking shit, man. Come tell us about that real quick.
What do you want me
Yes, this guy was a trucker.
Guest hour.
This guy was a trucker.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah, talk.
So
I need that zoom in on the Instagram.
Yeah.
tell you about what with it?
Yeah, I'm talking to the camera. pick up the camera, just talking to it.
Selfie mode.
Selfie mode.
All right.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to know about it?
I want to know about the trucking business. Like, what made you go into trucking in the first place, and what made you fucking hate it? Because I know you hated it.
So the only reason I went into trucking was actually because I was so far into debt. I was going through my divorce at the time, and I had no confidence in myself. So I was like, well, I can go make $60,000 a year.
Yeah, your wife was an asshole.
Yeah, driving this shit, you know? So that's why I went with that. But the reason why I know, I actually found Grant Cardone, I think.
A little bit higher here. I'll hold that for you.
I think I was about, probably about 6 months into driving.
Right.
And I was like, I don't want to do this forever, you know. My parents, my friends and stuff said I was making good money, so to just stick with it. But once I started reading Grant Cardone, he was talking about the only way to ever really achieve wealth is to actually get into sales, get that income up as high as you can, and then start investing it, right?
Right.
And he always says that you should minimum have $100,000 saved before you even think about investing.
Boom.
Right? Instead of everybody investing with like $1,000, $2,000, trying to do all this risky stuff, stocks and everything, instead of just saving $100,000 and putting it into a good real estate deal that's not risky at all.
Right.
So, but yeah, truck driving, I had to get out of that because there's no upward mobility, right? Sales, you're in control.
Right.
As long as you actually develop the skills. So.
Right. I like that. I like that. And now that you're back, I mean, you're actually a lot stronger than when you first left.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened. I don't know who you found, but what clicked the fourth time back? What clicked? Because normally I don't give people another chance to come back and work for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. But with you, I did.
Mm-hmm.
So what clicked?
I finally just realized that if I'm gonna make it, even if I fail, completely fall on my face and completely lose it, I've already lost everything before. At one point in time. So if I go with it again, if I give it my all, then I'm going to actually be able to accomplish what I want.
Right.
And giving myself 2 or 3 years to actually get there instead of trying to make it happen overnight. Because sales isn't something you can make happen in even a couple months usually.
No.
So
I like that.
Yeah.
Let's give Marcus a round of applause. Let's talk about Marcus. Let's talk about Marcus. That was good. Can you hold this camera? Can you put that over there real quick?
Yeah.
Um,
Going back to what Marcus said as well, I feel like that might be why a lot of people think it's a scam as well, because like it's not, because I mean like his whole thing is that like, hey, everybody can do this, you know, but I don't think everybody can do this. You know what I mean? Because like quite frankly, like most people are just fucking soft, man.
Right.
Like most people are just weak, just not fucking cut out for it, man. Like
weak as hell.
Yeah, seriously. I don't know whether it's like nature and nurture, and like that's a whole nother discussion to have. You know what I mean? But for whatever reason, like they just can't do it. You know, I don't think that's like specific to like sales or anything. I think that's like specific to anything that just like, you know, like requires dedication and effort.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
So, really, it's just like, so it's like, like not everybody can do it. You know what I mean? Just because, you know, our society is fucking weak today.
So if we're living in a soft ass world, and these are the people that we have to work with, someone's already figured out how to win with these soft ass people. So what's the answer? How do we win with soft ass people? Can we turn soft people to be hard? Can we be their Viagra and get them ready to go?
Well, that's actually kind of funny because if you watch, like, there's a couple of videos Grant Cardone has on YouTube about. Did you ever watch
Viagra?
his?
I haven't watched that
No,
one.
not Viagra.
That's a new one.
But did you see of his? He had a series where people were working for him, and he did the interview parts.
Kind of like the Donald Trump, the Apprentice.
Yeah, but he did his own, and I've heard him numerous times say that. Most people can't work with him. They end up quitting because he's so intense, right? And I remember the first time when I was working with you, you had told me that just work as hard as you can. If people quit because you work too hard, we don't want them to work here anyway.
We'll give you a fucking bonus if someone says, Marcus worked me too hard, I'm sorry I can't do this. Yeah, we'll give you a goddamn bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of funny because that's like Master was saying, most people can't. Like when you turn the intensity level up, are they going to actually be able to do it?
Well, yeah, and it's the same reason that not everybody can be in the military either. Honestly, I think everybody could be in the military. It's just I think most people are just too fucking weak.
You're gonna break.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, we're all from different walks of life in terms of intensity. Marcus, you went and drove a truck. You stayed in a fucking shitty ass marriage with a shitty ass girl. I only say that because we loved you way more than we loved her. We all kind of knew, and you're like, why didn't you guys tell me?
Mm-hmm.
Because we were fucked up friends, and we wanted to see you happy, and we did what mom and dad do to us when we see a little bit of issues. We're like, oh, it's okay. No, it wasn't. I'm glad you got the fuck out of there. But I mean, that's just how it goes. That's just how it rolls all the time for us. Master went into the military. That's intense. Phil was part of a black fraternity, all black fraternity. He had one token white guy. Tried to make it seem like they were equal, but it wasn't. He was a cool guy, though. He's still a cool guy. Is he still around?
He's still around.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. Cool white guy. But they got paddled and beat and shit. I'm like, God damn. They're like, do you want to be an alpha rod? I'm like, no. No, because I will accidentally whoop someone's ass if they paddle me. I'm like, okay, I'm ready. Bend down to get ready to get paddled, and I fuck them up, blackout, fuck them up. For me, it's just me growing up as a kid, working at the age of 13, being super independent at the age of 16, trying to sell everything that I knew how to do, like burning CDs, all this kind of crazy stuff, like just to make money. Working out in the gym when everyone's trying to give me a shortcut with steroids. And if you take steroids, that's cool, man. That's on you, or girl. It's on you. I just want to see how far I could push my body naturally. And that's what I'm going to do, because I like the hard way, because, slow is fast. And I want this shit to stick. I don't want to, take some roids, lose my balls, and then after that lose my muscles too. Now I got nothing. I just got freaking Crenshaw's soul in my pocket. And in Crenshaw, you've also gone through your own adversity and, your challenges and in the fire. You're in the fire right now. You're baking in the oven. It's very, very uncomfortable. That oven's going to get hot, baby. And you know what? You're going to want to open it up, and I'm just going to kick that motherfucking open door closed. I'm like, bitch, you're going to be cooking for the next 2 years. And then when you come out, you're going to be a real man. You're going to be freaking focused. You're going to be Crenshaw 2.0. You're not gonna be Crenshaw cookie dough. No, you're gonna be Crenshaw 2.0, not cookie dough. But I think we all go through this kind of stuff, and I think everyone needs to go through that kind of stuff. But when they find out that it's not what they liked, then it's a scam. Hard work is not a scam, ladies and gentlemen. It's what you need in order to achieve your dreams. If you want to go and travel, you want to go on 5 vacations a year. How much does the average vacation cost per person? Like $3,000, let's say?
At least a good one.
I was just going to say, that'd be a little low by my eyes.
Right. Well, let's say $3,000 per person,
sure.
Right? You want to go on 5, that's $15,000 a year. But most of you guys aren't making like over 30. Mm-hmm. So half of your money goes to vacations, then rent, then cell phone. You're in debt. Car note payment, you're in debt. Mm-hmm. So there's all these cool things you want to do with yourself, with your family, with your future family, but you don't want to put in the work right now. How are you going to get it? Tell me the fucking formula. I'm pissed off now. Mm-hmm. I just pissed myself off.
Yeah.
Give me the answer. How am I going to make it? Oh, I'm gonna travel the world and everything. Travel the world as what, a fucking hobo?
I'm going to find myself.
Right. I don't want to travel the world as a hobo. Shit, I don't even like hiking. Like, if I'm going to go hiking, I'm going to need like some gear, some crazy hiking gear, and a gun. But I don't want people coming and talking to me like, hey, I don't want to work hard, but I'm going to have the world. Rod, you don't understand. You don't get it. You don't know my life. I'm motherfucking Mr. Cleo. I have all the powers of Miss Cleo. You come and ask me. Tell me about your life before. Give me your stories, and I'll tell you where you're going to end up in life. It's funny. I played this game called The Universe. Mm-hmm. You remember that game, Crenshaw? You hate that game, huh? And how does the Universe game work, Crenshaw?
You talk to the universe and hear what they tell you, and then you tell us exactly what's going to happen this day.
Right. So my sales guys, they have goals, right? Mm-hmm. If you don't wake up with goals or a plan, you're already fucked up for the day. Go back to sleep. But then I tune in with the universe, and I'm like, oh, 1 second, guys. The universe is talking to me. Crenshaw, you're only going to go do 1 sale today. You, my friend over here, you're only going to do 0 sales today. You, my friend, you're only going to do 6 sales today. You want to read something on there?
I mean, you can.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
It is kind of funny.
It's from Medi.
It's from Medi.
What up?
He said, someone invite Mo into this so he can learn about accountability.
Ooh.
I was like, oh, lower.
It's okay. It's okay. You'll learn it sometime. Everyone is, you go in the oven. But anyway, I would tell people what's going to happen to them. And some people are like, you know what, Rod? Fuck the universe. Fuck it. I'm not gonna go do 2 accounts. I'm gonna do 4. And guess what? They went and did 4. But some people are like, oh my God, does he really have the powers to talk to the universe?
No.
If he does, then guess what? I'm not going to be able to do this. And then they get fucked. So when people come and talk to me, and I said, listen, you can be successful anywhere. It's not just this business. But the habits that you have, not showing up on time, not having a great attitude, not asking questions, not putting in that work ethic every single day, that's why you're going to be a detriment to yourself. You can't be honest with yourself. Most people are not going to be successful because they can't be honest with themselves. They feed themselves this bullshit that tastes like Fruity Pebbles, and it's really just fucking lies. And they feed it every single time, and you become a, what's the name of people like they can't stop lying, but they start believing their own lies.
Deluded.
Well, what's that?
Deluded.
Oh, not deluded. What's that word?
A pathological liar?
Yeah, pathological liar. Yes, you become a pathological liar to yourself, and then you'll never make it. And then you're fucking going to be 50 years old, and you have nothing. And then you're going to walk up into one of my offices looking for a job, saying, I get it now. And I'm going to be like, listen, I understand you get it now, but it's too late. Because now you have a curfew, and your hours don't match, and you've accumulated so much, not assets, opposite of assets. Sorry, my brain's working today.
Liabilities.
Liabilities.
Yeah.
So many liabilities. Well, Rob, my children aren't liabilities; they're motivation. Then why do you use them as excuses to get out of work? Mm-hmm. You have 5 kids, so you have 5 chances of getting out of work every single time because one of them is going to be sick at least once a week. Right? They're liabilities. You have a house. Second mortgage, you have all this stuff that should motivate you to want to be better and do great things, but you let it hold you back and you become a victim. And then you're going to be working from job to job to job, living off the government cheese, and then the whole cycle of shit just keeps going, and it never stops. Look at New Mexico. I almost fucking went nuts in New Mexico. The cool thing, kids were killing themselves, right? Kids were killing themselves. People were drunk. And on meth, I used to knock on doors. Breaking Bad, fuck that TV show. It's Breaking Worse. Mm-hmm. The land of Breaking Worse, man. It's supposed to be called the land of entrapment. That's what they call it. But it's really the land of enchantment. There's nothing enchanting about that land. I had it. My best friends were like 60-year-olds, 50-year-olds that drove Lamborghinis that made it. I'm like, oh, let me surround myself with you guys. Every Sunday, I'll go and drive a Lamborghini just to get my head straight. I went on a trip to Hawaii. Yes, I did. I fucking left. I went to Hawaii. It was amazing. It was amazing. I should have been in my office working. But no, I went to Hawaii because I had to get the fuck out of there, get recharged, get remotivated so I could come back and whoop some ass in New Mexico before someone tries to deal me some meth. And I think I'm Walter White and this bitch, and I'm going to sell it. I just hate excuses, man. All of us here, look, we all came from different backgrounds. We all came from different places. But we don't have any excuses. If something's not going our way, that's our fault, right?
That's what the 10X rule is.
That's what a 10X rule is.
Even if you get, in the book it says, even if you get in a car accident, it's your fault for being there at that moment, at that time. Because you decided to take the car on that road at that time.
But what is everyone going to say? What are you Instagram people going to say? No, Rod, it's not my fault because they hit me from behind. And in the state of Cincinnati, Ohio, that means it's their fault.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. It is your fault.
Is that going to fix your car, though?
Yeah, fix your car. You know? It's so funny when people, they work a job, it gets too hard, and then they quit. Right? They quit. I'm like, so what's your plan? Oh, I don't have one. Jesus has the plan for me.
Yeah.
Guys, I believe in Jesus. I believe in Jesus more than most of you might believe I believe in Jesus. Because I curse a lot doesn't mean I don't believe in Jesus. I don't see anywhere about this that says don't use the words that I use. These are adjectives. They're adverbs. Right?
English grammar.
Right? Exactly.
English grammar.
Right? But it's a funny story that, like, there's a flood, right? And the guy's praying, the girl's praying. He's like, God, help me. So then a little boat comes around. And they're like, yo, get the fuck in this boat. And he's like, nah, my God will save me. My Jesus, or where the fuck, my Buddha, my whatever will save me. And then like, all right, we out. And then after, he's on the rooftop, and then another boat or something comes by. It's like, no, my God will save me. Are you sure? Your God's gonna, okay, you good? You good? All right, cool. And then a helicopter comes and he's up to his neck in freaking shitty water, poop's flying in his face. They put the ladder down there, like, just grab it and say, listen, motherfuckers, my God will save me. And then he drowns, or she drowns. And then he goes and gets, I guess he's on his way to heaven or hell, wherever the fuck he's gonna go, and he's like, God, why didn't you save me? And he's like, oh, you didn't see the boat? You didn't see the life raft?
You didn't see the
goddamn helicopter? You didn't see the goddamn helicopter? No? Oh, well, that's why you're here. And you're too dumb for me to let you in these pearly gates, so take your ass downstairs and burn. Burn. Amen. It's not even Sunday. It's not even Sunday. You could get saved. You could get saved on a Tuesday here. Saved on a Tuesday. But I mean, in closing, like I want to just hear all you guys' points. And I mean, I know this is a Grant Cardone competition, and this was I thought it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun to just talk and share our thoughts with everybody else and our intensity. But Phil, what's your take on all this? Your closing words.
Closing words is that I mean, it doesn't come down to where
you can hand it to Marcus. Granny, hand it to Marcus. Go ahead. Don't stop, baby. Don't let me take off your shine. Don't let me stop your shine, baby. Right.
I'm trying to be a shining light here. So in kind of in closing, I think it doesn't matter where you come from, who you are. It just comes down to your mentality. So what you do, everybody has this quote unquote potential, but it's if people realize the potential that they have and they take advantage of it and work towards it, I think is the main thing in order to be successful.
Is that what you apply?
Yes.
How many times a day?
As much as I can. I could, of course, get better with it and grow more and stuff, but just realizing that I can always work harder no matter if I think I work hard. So that's the thing that a lot of us, we think we work harder than what we actually are, but we could always be doing more, even if it's 30 minutes extra every single day. So
can always be doing more. 10x. 10x. Get the book. If you can't read, get the audiobook. If you can't listen and you can't see, get the braille.
The audio,
you know what I'm saying? Get it on vibrations. I don't know. Get it downloaded into a chip in your head. There's options. You have options. Crenshaw, give us something in closing.
I mean, I truly believe anyone can do exactly what he did.
Right.
They just have to follow in his footsteps, take it farther than what he did, and become more accessible.
Right.
Anyone can do it, but like Messer said, in today's time, everyone's too weak. People don't want to do it. They start to do it. They start trying. As soon as they get hit with the smallest amount of adversity, because most people nowadays don't go through adversity.
Dude, they get hit by a dandelion and these guys fucking die.
Exactly.
Straight up that.
How is this dandelion hit? Oh, they're done. Oh, that's me. I'm allergic. I'm definitely allergic to dandelions. Don't blow that shit at me. Right? Messer, what are your thoughts?
I mean, you guys know me. Like anytime I get a chance to, bitch and moan about how people are such fucking bitches these days, I'm happy to do it. But that's really what it comes down to. I feel like, this whole thing is just like, really at the end of the day, the message that I get from Grant Cardone is just, if you want to get what you want, you just got to stop being a little bitch.
Right.
Straight up, you know what I mean? That's really like what's helped me a lot as well as, whenever I feel like, not doing what I know I should be doing, I just tell myself, Messer, you just gotta stop being a little bitch. You just gotta get out there and do it. Whenever I don't want to get up in the morning and go to the gym and all that sort of stuff, you just gotta, Messer, stop being a little bitch. Right. Get up and do it. That's all there is to it, guys.
Okay. And for me, there's a lot of the word bitch going around. Do I believe in bitches? Yes, they're a real thing. I think bitch-assness is a disease that can be cured by a sock filled with soap. And getting whooped over the head. And getting whooped over the head countless times until they beat the bitch out of you. But have I had moments of bitch-assness? Yes. And you know what? It's so disgusting when you notice that.
Oh, yeah.
It's like when you get food in your teeth and you've been talking to girls the whole time and no one told you you have food in your teeth, and you come home and you smile and you have fucking a whole freaking piece of celery in your teeth. That's what it looks like to me when I find bitch-assness in me. When I find that, like, my soul is just so weak. And whenever I have that moment of lapse in judgment, I just say, you know what, I'm just gonna push harder. When I read the book of 10X, I said, I just gotta push harder. I gotta go crazy. When everyone is like, Rod, but what about your business? But what about this? I'm doing my business. I'm doing my business. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And this is all combined. This is all called my business. I have to go hard. Because if I don't go hard, who's gonna go hard for me? Who's gonna drag me across the finish line? No one. They could just point to the finish line. They could train me for the race, but no one is going to put my right foot in front of my left foot and my left foot in front of my right foot. I have to go and do those things. My mentality is so evolved, it's so sharpened. Like I might not have the goals. I have the goals. I might not have the stuff that I want right now. I might not have hit all my goals, but you know what I have? I have a second to none ability to not lose. The ability to put 100% in every single time. And if somebody wants to come and threaten me, if someone wants to come and just try to take that that drive from me, tell me to fucking quit, to tell me to go and try something else, hey, maybe this isn't for you, hey, maybe you should just shut your goddamn mouth. Maybe you should go find something that is for you. Don't consult me. I will work on this thing till I freaking die. I don't care. I don't need to lift 465 pounds on a bench press. Who needs to do that? Nobody. But it was cool as shit when I did it. And it was on video. And everyone thinks it's cool as shit, so that's cool for me. I can show my kids that. When are you going to show your kids? How you complained? How you made excuses? I'm going to end with this. I've never met a man that made excuses that was good at doing anything else. Not a quote by me, but it's a quote I follow. So get with it, guys. Another intense discussion. Another intense podcast. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, Master. What's your Instagram? I know you just figured out how to double tap.
I did just figure out. Let me grab it real quick.
Okay.
Come back to me.
Phil, what's your Instagram?
Great JRT.
Great JRT. Crenshaw, what's your Instagram?
_ Tim Crenshaw _
Ooh, cool guy over here. Messer is still looking up his social
Chris
media.
_ Messer.
Chris _ Messer does department. And you know me, your host, Roderic Grant, and we want to thank you for. Can I get your fucking attention, guys? Can I get your attention?
What's up?
Hi, Dad.
We want to thank you for.
Let us do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. What do you want to think? Go ahead.
One thing. Shout out to you.
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
Yeah, you go.
Say what? What do you want to say?
Leave us out.
Is that
Rod.
What?
I'm Roderic Grant.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Roderic Grant, and want to thank you for
Hear me out.
hearing us the fuck out. Peace. Da-da-da.